So as I finally decided to claw my hands away from the PS5 controller after 100%ing Spider-Man last night, I thought to myself, you know, I should probably make a YouTube video or I'm literally going to fall off harder than My Hero Academia. So I hopped on Twitter and started praying to every single god known to mankind for some quick topics for me to leech off of, thus propelling me to the spotlight and I can finally quit this grueling 9 to 5. And what caught my attention was actually a video that really resonated with me because I share the same exact thoughts on it. In fact, I actually had what I like to call the Great Awakening myself just last month. One day I just woke up and saw how truly unjust and twisted this corporate lifestyle is, and it genuinely just drove me insane for like a solid 3 weeks. And that may explain why in some videos last month I looked like either aged 20 years or I was acting like the symbiote had taken control of me. Yeah, last month was terrible. October was a bad, it's almost over. September was a terrible month, but I digress. I'm gonna show you guys the clip here in a second, but as for some context, it's a girl in her early 20s starting in her first big girl job, you know, the 40 hours a week, 9 to 5. And funnily enough, I didn't even come across the actual video itself originally. I saw countless wrinkly, dusty old boomers dragging their ashy nuts all over this clip saying, "Oh, these Gen Zers, they're finally getting a taste of the real world. That ticky-tacky lifestyle ain't paying the bills now, honey. These kids today, they're so soft. What's going on with that generation?" And I sat here and I thought to myself, are these old heads actual troglodytes? I know I used to throw that word around all willy-nilly a few months ago, but I've really been storing it in deep inside me for some real stupidity, and the time has finally come to really just So with that being said, are you troglodytes really this stupid and brainwashed to think that spending an entire third of your 24 hours for 5 days a week just to dissociate for the other 2 days is a fair trade? And truth be told, I don't even know why I said 2 days because I don't even fully count Sundays. You're literally just waiting for impending doom of Monday. It is the calm before the storm. That day is not peaceful. Sundays are worse than Mondays. I stand on it. I don't know about y'all, but I personally think that is one of the most backwards and outdated systems we have in today's world, and you should totally like and sub up to this video if you agree with me on that. And as someone who has somewhat of a platform, I want to show y'all the clip and then try my hand and explain to folks what Gen Z is actually trying to say with these clips. So let's roll the clip.
I know I'm probably just being so dramatic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9 to 5 job after college, and I'm in person and I'm commuting in the city and it takes me forever to get there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, duh, if I was able to walk to work and it'd be fine, but I'm not. So it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30 and I don't get home till like 6:15 earliest, and then like I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't have energy to work out. Like, that's out the window. Like, I'm so upset. Oh my God. Nothing to do with my job at all, but just like the 9 to 5 schedule in general is crazy. Being in the office 9 to 5, like if it was remote, you get off at 5 and you're home and everything's fine. But like, I'm not home. It takes me long to get home, and like people that drive to the office, like you don't get off at 5. And I know it could be worse. I know I could be working longer, but like, I literally get off, it's pitch black, like I don't have energy. How do you have friends? Like, how do you have time to like meet like a guy? I don't know. Like, how do you have time for like dating? Like, I don't have time for anything, and I'm like so stressed out.
Now, I would like to think that I'm pretty good at being unbiased, and I will absolutely call out somebody if they were in the wrong, even if they're in my corner. If you're wrong, you're literally wrong. I don't care who you are. You gotta fix yourself. But with that being said, Shorty here did not miss at all. Flawless execution all across the board. Perfect 10s. Mods, pat her on the back and buy her ice cream cone for being so bold on the TL. So many points were made here that I am genuinely furious that I could not cook up the 22-leg parlay of hell for this post. I would've ate. First and foremost, she starts the video off by acknowledging she's being annoying and that it is literally just because people can't seem to understand that no one wants to sell their soul to a company anymore. And it's been that way for a long time at this point. People have been complaining about 9 to 5 since before I was born. No one likes doing this. No one thinks it's a healthy lifestyle. Literally no one wants to live like this. But oh no, as soon as the Gen Zer has the balls to speak up about it, everybody wants to swap sides and slander the 20-year-old idiot for not wanting to work, which is literally not what any of us us are saying. No one said that we don't want to work. In fact, she audibly said it in the video. We just don't want to do meaningless tasks that barely keep us afloat in this economy for the majority of our time spent on this earth. Like, bro, we just want to have the time to have an actual life outside of work. That's it. In fact, I'd like to argue that given the same wage and less overall hours, people will literally just work better because we've been given the proper time to unwind and recharge. And speaking on the wages alone, like she said, people just can't afford to live in the cities that they work in anymore. So they have to spend egregious amounts of time commuting to and from work. On top of that, a large majority of Gen Z folks, and I think even the tail end of the generation before us, are living with our parents. So riddle me this, Batman. Why would I feel motivated to hop out the bed cheesing ear to ear just to clock in and barely stay afloat? I don't see the incentive that y'all boomers are seeing at all. Quite frankly, all I see is darkness all around me as I sit in this meeting to talk about having another meeting after lunch. Oh wait, I forgot. Y'all got us in the first place with holding on the capital and not passing us down. Y'all really ate with that trickle down economics, huh? Surely if I work hard enough, I could be just like you, driving a Porsche convertible at the ripe age of 65. Take off the rose tinted shades on. Y'all methods ain't working no more, man. It's time to cut it out. And yes, before y'all ask, I am ageist and I am proud. The money and not being able to afford stuff is one thing, but soaking up most of my time like you're a dehydrated sponge is where I draw the line. You can ask any of my closest friends. I value my time more than anything else in this world. As a matter of fact, since we're all here gathered around, I'm gonna spit y'all some quick knowledge real quick. Now, Uncle Bu's been saying this for the better part of a year now, but energy and time are the only two currencies in this world that actually matter. You exchange your time and energy for money when you clock in and out of your shift. However, time and energy are finite while money is not. If you paid attention to any science class in your life, you know that energy can't be created nor destroyed, and you also know that you only have a specific amount of time on this earth to do what you gotta do. So exchanging a third of your time for being a cog in the machine and then another 8 hours for obvious sleep, you're left with 8 hours to split in between commuting to work, feeding yourself, and making sure you don't turn into that mudball from Charlie Brown. Pretty much leaving you with no time to yourself for stuff like going to the gym and hanging out with friends or even like picking up a date. Oh, and how could I forget the company happy hour at 5:30? Obviously, that won't be on company time. You're supposed to be working on company time. But if you don't go, you're not getting that promotion this year, Chief. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know about y'all, but the math really ain't mathing for me. I can't do it. Now that I just said all that, it kind of sounds like a bunch of complaining right now. But as someone who's been doing this 9-to-5 lifestyle for almost half my life, despite being in my early 20s at that, I think I'm in pretty good standing to give an honest critique of this system. Old heads can't just say I ain't working enough to get it, because I have surely worked enough time to get it, bucko. And not gonna lie, I kind of get why y'all be wine moms and cigar dads. It just keeps the edge off. And word of advice to anybody young watching this video, it definitely helps you working on a field that you actually enjoy, which is essentially what I'm trying to build out with this channel. But let's say I didn't have this channel and I want to do something else. Let's say, I don't know, teaching. What is the point of doing that when I will be even more unhappy because I literally cannot afford to live? And what makes it worse is the 40-hour work week is so outdated, it's crazy. We literally do not have enough work to do for those 40 hours a week. Some schmuck just said, hey, Noah was on that arc for 40 days and 40 nights. What if all y'all work for 40 hours and 52 weeks? Oh, you guys want vacation days to spend time with your family? Okay, let me ask HR and see what we can do here. 15 days out the year, take it or leave it. You know, if I had the power to summon anyone in front of me right now, I would summon the dude who decided to have people work anything north of 25 hours a week, strap that demon to a chair and make him sit through all of Taylor Swift's discography with Mr. Beast clone challenge videos playing in the background on repeat for 40 hours a week during the entire 2024 fiscal year. And all this ranting just to say, like, realistically, what can we even do? The only way this will actually get changed is if someone gets voted into office and makes a policy about it. But why would they do that when the companies who are literally wringing us dry are funding their campaigns? Another option is to get like a big company like Google or Amazon to do shorter work weeks just to set like an industry norm across the board. But that's pretty much like asking 2K fans to stop buying 2K. It's never gonna happen. Okay, that might not work. So what about protesting? Hate to break it to you, but you are just as valuable to that company as the rat shitting in their headquarters basement. They will fire you and hire literally anyone else in an instant. On top of that, as a society, we have literally zero solidarity. There will always be one person who genuinely thinks that is nothing wrong with the 40-hour work week. And to top it all off, the 40-hour work week was literally built with the intention that there will be someone at home who has done the chores, ran the errands, and took care of the kids. And with everyone at work or school, you gotta rush home just to get stuff done to sleep at a decent hour. And taking it out of the scope of individuals for a second here, the world itself is built in a hyper-productive state right now. Like, think about it. We're raised to be in school during the same hours as our parents are working. everything just so happens to be perfectly set up to trap us in this never-ending cycle. I, for one, personally hope that we can see a change in our lifetime, and I genuinely think that our generation may be the ones to at least start the conversation. I don't know how we'll do it, but it's possible. We are quite the angry bunch of people who actually get off our asses and get things done if we're mad enough. But at the same time, I personally refuse to accept the fate of being in a 9-to-5 stun lock, and I will continue to lock in over here until I can do this full time and complain about a whole new set of problems. Hey, it's me once again with another update right as I'm about to export for this second video in a row. Something has got to change with this editing process because I cannot keep doing this. But I just found out that she actually caught the attention of Business Insider, who wrote a nasty article about her video, and she snapped back and ate them up with no crumbs. She pretty much said everything that I just said, but also had like a small tidbit that I didn't even think about while I was recording. So I'm gonna just show you guys that part because I think it's a pretty good point, and then link the rest of the video down below. I want to be a sniper wolf and just steal content.
My job in general, I am so extremely thankful that my employer actually decided to reach back out to me, because a lot of them don't, because they don't want to train a college graduate. And that's the problem. Postgrads are having so much difficulty finding a 9-to-5, and then when we do get thrown into a 9-to-5, we don't know how to handle it because, one, college doesn't set us up for that type of schedule. It's not a normal schedule that a human should be on anyway, so your body isn't used to that. We were all during COVID, we all had to go remote, so my high school was remote and part of my college was remote. Obviously, I'm not used to working a 9-to-5 schedule because I'm not used to being anywhere from 9 to 5 during the day.
So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up before I find a whole nother plot hole in this great 9-to-5 hell loop. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this all. I want to have some talks and pick y'all brains a little bit. And as always, make sure you guys like the video. If you liked it, subscribe because you made this far into the video and you clearly like me. Check out all my socials linked below, and I'm out of here, man. Love y'all. Be safe. Peace, peace.